Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the London Monarchs. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes. Because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, they can football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. On first down, Watson, and that's complete to Cooks. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. The headshots here are the offensive unit, and what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
Let's go.
A big run there by Johnson. Give him 55 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw, Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. The toss out to Barkley. Room past the 20. And he's got room. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 58 yards. Well, they were backed up deep in their own territory. Not anymore.
This works really well when you play a defense that's an attack type of defense that comes after you, wants the football. Sometimes you use their aggressiveness against them.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The numbers for Antonio Brown in last week's ball game. 4 catches, 59 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
First down, Murray. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
It's been a long day for you. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Murray now. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. A run through the starters defensively for the Texans. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. Catch is made by Harry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 9. Check 9.
They'll run with Barkley, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to Get him behind the line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now Watson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. Finding some room in midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's got Fuller. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Batted away by the rookie out of Kentucky, Lonnie Johnson. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now it's Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Johnson. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
In your face.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. This is caught, it's Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. Dropped at the 35. Able to but not much room to operate. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. The timeout here is we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Here we go.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. That he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from the pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the second quarter. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
We got 3. We need set. Motion man. Watch 12.
Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Watson, and he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He was looking that time for Stills. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A final shot before half from Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they trail that one over the visitors. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Kenny Golladay, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, it's Deshaun Watson, who is the star of the first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A quick throw here out to Brown.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
SOS. Hey, watch it.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
On second and 11 now. Murray over the middle, complete. That's Wells. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
First down carry for Barkley. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Henry running right. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Powering forward. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go to Johnson again. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Let's go, baby. Jim.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play fake. Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
1st down, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd down, Barkley trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. And an alley to run. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Safe. Jack.
Now it's Henry. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Derrick Henry pushes past him.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
You think you gonna get this? Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And that is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's Brian Anger now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now Las Vegas down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Throwing on first down is Murray. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not what you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
From the gun, Murray. Got his man, that's Harry. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Murray now on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard. Or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Henry. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Give him 9 on the pickup, but they're still a few inches short now on 4th down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
Down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Set. 19. Line up. Check. Fresno.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Texans, it'll be